Hi, random stranger. If you stumbled onto this video while studying Mandarin Chinese, but you don't know what Danmei is, or you're offended by same-sex relationships, or it's illegal for you to access LGBT content for any reason, then this is not the right video for you. Please press the back button. Thanks and good luck with your studies. If you're still here and you do know what Danmei is, welcome! Non-native Mandarin learners study the language for different reasons, such as work opportunities, overseas studies, and tourism. In my case, my interest in Danmei led me to an interest in Mandarin. While many Mandarin learners' first words look like this, my first words in Mandarin looked like this. While my vocabulary is useful for things like figuring out what Cui Buchu's reaction was when Feng Xiao called him Cui Lang, spoiler alert, he was not pleased. It's not very useful for real-life situations or standardized tests. You need to memorize 300 Mandarin characters for the HSK 3 Band 1 exam. That sounds like a lot, but actually, if you're a Danmei fan, you might already know more of them than you think. Let's start with, of course, Tian Guanzifu's Xie Lian. The Xie in his name is an HSK 3 Band 1 character and is the same Xie in one of the most important Mandarin expressions you should learn, 谢谢, which means thank you. Side note for the Thousand Autumns fans, this Xie also appears in Yan Fushi's original name, Xie Ling. If we're talking about Xie Lian, then we can't not talk about Hua Chang. The character Hua, of course, means flower, but it has another meaning, to spend. In Book 3 of the Wu Shuang novels, there's a sentence that goes, 最不去坚决反对铺张浪费，不肯花钱买新玩. If you've read Book 3 of the English version, that statement was translated as Cui Buchu loathed extravagant purchases and had been adamantly against spending on new bowls. If we go back to the Chinese version, we'll see that aside from Hua, it also contains the character Mai, which is an HSK 3 Band 1 character meaning to buy. So what's the difference between Hua and Mai? Hua, in my view, implies splurging or being extravagant, as opposed to Mai, which is just the act of buying things. For example, 买一些东西, buy a few things, or 去买点吃的吧, go buy something to eat. I mentioned Yan Wushi earlier. The Wu character in his name means to be without or to not have. Shi means master or teacher, so Yang Zhongzhu's name means without a teacher, and he's literally a self-taught martial artist. This Wu also appears in Wei Wuxian's name. Wuxian means without envy or without praise. Tai the Canadian gives the origins of Wei Wuxian's name in a collab video with Kictor, so please check out the link in the description. In Lesson 2, we already saw the character Bu, which indicates negation. For example, 不好, not good, oh no, or 不错, not wrong, or pretty good. This Bu is in Cui Buchu's name. Chu is also an HSK 3 Band 1 character and means to go, specifically to go in a direction away from the speaker or away from a point of reference. So, Cui Buchu's name literally means I'm not going. This is why the song Feng Xiao was singing in Book 1 of the English version sounds even funnier in Mandarin because it's wordplay on his name. He was singing 最不住,最不住,怎么最也不肯住. I mentioned earlier that the character Shi means master or teacher, but it also appears in other words that indicate a person who teaches others, like 老师, meaning teacher or professor, 师傅, a martial father, and of course, 师尊. Speaking of 师尊, Zhu Waning's name has the HSK 3 Band 1 character for evening, Wan. This is the same Wan used in 晚上好, good evening, and 晚安, good night. as in the phrase you say to someone who is going to sleep. Since I already mentioned Wei Wuxian, let us not forget Lan Wang Ji. Wang means to forget or to neglect. The Ji character in his name is an interesting one because it usually means device or machine. For example, Fei Ji means airplane and Zhou Ji means mobile phone. So his name might sound a little weird if you just use a dictionary like I do. Forget machines? What does that mean? This is why fools like me who have no knowledge of Chinese culture are not translators. As some of you may already know, his name is based on a Taoist concept, to ignore worldly concerns. Again, please watch Tai the Canadian's video about it. It's really good. This Wang character is also found in the name of someone from our Ha, Ye Wangxi. The name means to forget the beginning or to forget the past. I think the name is so painfully apt for a character who has witnessed and also suffered tragedies within Rufang sect. Tragedies which are best forgotten. One thing I hope you haven't forgotten from lesson 2 is the character Ke, which means guest. This character also appears in the name of Wen Kexing from Tianye Ke. The last syllable of his name, Xing, is also a Band 1 character. It has multiple meanings, such as to travel, to visit, or an affirmative. Similar to how saying how, meaning yes or okay, saying Xing means fine or I'll go along with it. Avenue X's channel has a good explanation of Wen Kexing's name, and I highly recommend you check that out. The link is in the description. So there you go. Some HSK 3 Band 1 characters you probably already know, just because you were watching or reading Danmei media. If you can think of more Danmei names that can help you remember characters for the HSK 3 Band 1 test, please leave a comment. Also, I'm throwing in a shameless plug here. Shameless! For my free downloadable list of 20 HSK 3 Band 1 characters that look like other characters. Making it has helped me prepare for the HSK 3 exam, and I hope it helps you too. And that's it for lesson 3. Bye for now.